Welcome to the breakdown. I am DELACREMEDELA, your privileged host of the Breakdown Show. Thank you for coming to the DELACREMEDELA channel, and thank you for checking out the Breakdown Show. So we will continue with this meeting marathon, this regular meeting from the village of Dalton from January 2nd, 2024. Excuse me. They have finished corporate bills. They are on to some votes about different stuff. Last thing we talked about was the word catapult, which doesn't actually exist. And Andrew Holmes. So let's continue.
I'm a human being before anything. Stop.
Human being.
Call her out.
Mayor.
Go ahead.
I don't think anybody seconded.
Is anybody seconding? Second. All right. Go ahead, trustee.
You know, one thing about,
Before Andrew Holmes starts kissing ass, okay? Before Andrew Holmes starts kissing ass, y'all heard her say she's a human being. Then why don't you talk to other people as though they are also human beings? Human, first of all, is the correct pronunciation. If you were cum laude, summa cum laude, magna cum laude, any booty laude, I graduated, thank you, laude. I'm not even going to hold you. I graduated from my undergraduate with a 1.5 GPA, graduated, cashed every check that came with it, traveled, met amazing people, smoked some of the greatest weed you could find on the other sides of the ocean. Listen, I'm proud of my 1.5. I graduated, whoo, thank you, Lottie. Okay, that was my undergraduate. Because I had to finish. My mama and daddy wasn't going to let me not finish. My mama said, hell to the motherfucker no. You staying in that bitch, whether you like it or not. And they were absolutely right. I wasn't summa cum laude, but I know how to say words. Human. It was that 1.5 GPA bachelor's degree that got me the work visa overseas, that gave me the experience that I need to teach you how to say the word human. If you want to be treated like a human, then you have to at least put out that type of energy. Otherwise, when you treat other people like dogs, then there is a law. See, in Christianity, you're not taught the laws of the universe and the way things motherfucking work. You're told, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And that's all well and good. But the law is the law of reciprocity, baby. That law of reciprocity, baby. Whatever you put out there, expect to get it back, honey. Don't even wonder why people treat you like you're not human. Why you are not a human being when you don't treat others as such.
Deducting this maintenance, you're putting this village in harm's way. We can't afford, if these vehicles go down and the funds are not there, we can't afford to wait on another municipality to get their police here once the residents call. Fire department, the same thing. We can't afford, if that truck goes down, to wait on somebody else. You're going to put this village in a life and death situation, and the criminals are going to have a field day if our vehicles are not being operated or maintenance. We can't afford to cut anything in there. Once they find out that we don't have vehicles and they're waiting on Harvey or someone else to get here, guess what? It's going to be a field day here. And if our maintenance is not up to par in this fire department, we're going to have some lives lost. It's going to be a critical incident, and they're going to have a field day. We need to think about safety first. I'm done.
Good, very good. Now let's start with this. When we talk about deducting from the maintenance budget, can we please remember that Tiffany Henyard used the maintenance budget to purchase or to acquire $65,000 worth of epoxy coating for the ice skating rink. That came out of the maintenance budget. Scott Gilmore made that purchase and is dodging the PureTech and their attorneys. So that's why the maintenance budget was reduced, because the gig is up. And I'm going to assume, because you are a highly intelligent, highly integral, reputable man, Andrew Holmes, that the reason why you say municipality is because you want Tiffany Henry to know what you're saying, not because you don't know how to say it. But just in case I'm wrong, I'm gonna help you say that word correctly. It is not municipality. Okay, this ain't no M-I crooked letter, I humpback, crooked letter. This ain't that. It is a municipality. It is a very special thing to be a municipality. I've lived in a municipality. It basically means that you have a level of sovereignty over you and the people that gives you some protection. In this particular case, it is a curse. But let's say it one more time. Municipality. Municipality. You could take that home and practice too, baby. Go ahead.
All right, Colorado.
You do your thing. This was his amendments, correct?
What happened? Hey, every time.
Let me ask what I want.
Clerk Key, Colorado.
Aye.
No. Aye.
No.
Aye. Okay, welcome to Board of Trustees just bankrupt the Village of Dalton. Next, is there a motion to accept and approve the 2023 property tax levy collected in 2024 in accordance with the Truth in Taxation Law of Illinois? Is there a motion?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
It's been motion and second. Any discussion?
I have a question.
Go ahead.
The attorney read in your veto that it was 20 days and you said an estimate. Could you reiterate what you said? Because I was confused, but it was the veto, because the same thing that you're putting here now is the same thing that she vetoed, but you're putting it before us again. So
Okay,
clear
so
on that.
if I could clarify,
Yeah.
and just to make sure it's, my computer's of course not coming up right now, but let me just do it from memory.
Now, how is it that everybody's computer is not coming up? Because Keith Freeman done fuck with the bandwidth. He done turn the computer, the internet down or off after certain hours on certain days to make sure they don't have access to Wi-Fi during the meeting. That's a Keith Freeman thing.
Essentially, section 10-68 of the property tax code requires that there be a 20-day time frame between the passage of a estimate of a levy and then a passage of the actual levy. At the December 5th meeting that you guys had held, so let me back up even further. December 4th, the item on the agenda was to approve the estimate of the levy. Then on December 5th, the item on the agenda again on the special board meeting agenda was to also approve the estimate of the levy. So it was not voted on at the meeting on the 4th because, as I understand it, that meeting ended when the trustees left. And it was voted on and approved, the estimate of levy was approved on the meeting on the 5th. What I honestly am not clear on is whether the actual levy was approved at the meeting on the 5th or if you guys just approved the estimate, because the agenda item only says estimate. However, there's been multiple conversations, as I understand it, where certain trustees have told various administration officials that the levy was approved on December 5th, or was approved on December 5th, 2023. So in the event that the levy actually was approved, the mayor was vetoing that approval and vetoing the estimate because the estimate,
20 days.
Because the understanding was that that the estimate and the levy were approved at the same time. Now, if the levy I guess the question is, was the levy approved at the December 5th meeting? Yes. So there are two motions to approve the estimate and the actual levy. So that is improper under section 10-8 of the code.
10-8 or 1860?
Or 10-60. I don't have it in front of me because my computer is not coming up right now. Hold on, let me see if I can pull it back up.
Okay, does that answer your question so we can move on while she gets you the numbers?
Yes.
All right. All right.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
The levy that we're looking at represents an increase to the operating levy.
Let me just cut in here for a second. Do you notice that neither Janice Johnson, nor Tanjanique Miller, nor Keith Freeman, nor Tiffany Hinyard are trying to use their iPads? They're all using their phones, which are probably on a 5G or 4G network, LTE probably in Dalton. And that's because they know the Wi-Fi is not working. They know the Wi-Fi isn't working. They're well aware that the Wi-Fi is not working. However, earlier in this meeting, Tanjanique Miller was able to pull up a letter and print it out that stated the trustees had ended the bank accounts. And Jason, after having a long struggle with the internet, was able to email Keith Freeman his adjustments to the budget, his amendments. And now the attorney needs to pull up an ordinance, and she's not able to. And Tiffany doesn't, for the life of her, seem, as a micromanager, this is strange. She doesn't seem a little embarrassed or put off that the Wi-Fi is not working. And let me share my other notes with you. That meeting did not end when the trustees left. As a matter of fact, that meeting did not end. There were still mayor's reports. There was a mayor's report, and there were village reports. I'm sorry, there was a village report after the trustees adjourned that meeting that is being referred to in December. It didn't end. Tiffany continued to run her mouth for about 40 more minutes. Let's continue.
Of about $500,000. Am I saying that correctly?
Who was the question for?
But anybody that can answer it.
Okay.
Finance director.
She can answer it. Finance director and Keith Freeman, you can answer his question.
Anybody can answer it, right?
So can you repeat it? They said.
Does this vote represent that's approximating $500,000 increase to the operating levy in section 1? From last year's vote, sir. Hold on. And to be a little bit more, I'm looking at, I'll share with you. Last year, the levy at $11,134,799. This year, the requested levy, $11,682,000.
That is correct. I have it. That's correct.
Okay, so then essentially we're asking that we raise taxes. Is that correct?
Are you asking me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. With that, I have a superseding motion that I would like to add to requests. My request is that we approve the ordinance at the level that was issued last year, the $11,134,799. That's my motion.
Have you considered cost of living? Have you considered inflation? Have you considered collective bargaining? Have you considered all of the things that people normally do when they pass tax levies?
Yes, sir. And I'll tell you where my confusion comes at.
Okay.
Unclear information being given to the board. My belief that there's overspending on things that are costing taxpayers money. So I think we need to work within what we have before asking the residents to pay more money out of their pocket for items that they didn't ask for. So yes, I considered that. And I believe at this time is not the proper time to request a tax increase. And additionally, not getting the information needed leaves me saying we need to, until we can learn to operate with what we've had and what we do, I do not want to ask another taxpayer for more money when we can't even get information distributed to the board. Again, forget me, put on the website. We can't get information. The residents are really, really flying blind, as is the board. And we made no request to the residents. We didn't even put out there that a tax increase was being requested. That was not even put out there to have a discussion of, hey, taxpayers, we need to increase it, and here are the reasons. No discussion whatsoever with the community but we come in and ask for a tax increase. I think that's unfair, improper, and I think that we could stay within the bounds of what we have. So that's the reason for my
All right,
amend the motion.
just like you,
But that is simply how arrogant Tiffany Henyard and Keith Freeman and Tangic Miller and Janice Johnson are. They are arrogant enough to put in their minds, and delusion is a grand thing if it's purposeful. If you just out here taking advantage of people because you got delusions of grandeur, that's crazy. Okay? It's great to dream and think big. That's a beautiful thing, but not at the expense of other people. Okay? Now, they just done come in here and said, we're going to raise taxes by $4 million. For what? With all the misspending that's going on now, the current deficit, what you going to do with that $4 million? You had $11 million to play with before, now you want $15 million? Come on. And you think Paw Jason House ain't going to put it in check? Will. Absolutely will. Janice Johnson, you better start figuring out a way to budget for that good hair without it coming out of the taxpayers' money. Okay? And why is Keith Freeman so upset that this budget didn't get passed? Why is he so personally butthurt? That's a good question, right?
just didn't ask no questions about the budget. No clarification, no nothing, right? See what I'm saying? How y'all do? It's good for you to say that. Oh, okay, well, y'all should ask the people, y'all should this and y'all should that. Well, you know, just like I know, everybody raises their taxes by 4.99%. So y'all like to do this fictitious world of making videos, lines saying that they don't want to raise the taxes.
Stop right here.
Well, yeah.
We're going to stop right here because we've heard this word too many times, Tiffany Henyard, and we are about tired of hearing you say the word fictitious. We are about tired of you talking like you're a teenager. I am so tired of hearing you talk like that's why I don't believe you have a bachelor's degree, because your vocabulary has not expanded past 12th grade. It really hasn't. Your vocabulary is no richer than that of a 101 student, and that's freshman year of college. I'm sorry, 100, 101. I don't believe that you actually even finished. I'm concerned about that GED. I want to see documentation of that. I don't believe you actually finished high school, because fictitious ain't nowhere in here.
I know the mayor don't even vote, Trustee House. You know better, but you need to stop. Hold on. Let me finish my statement. You know better. You know everybody go up by 4.99%. But yeah, y'all made a video pointing the finger at me, right? Trustee Belcher, right? Stop it. You guys have been raising taxes since day one here. But yet y'all sit here and act like y'all don't, but y'all have. So you saying you don't raise taxes, Trustee House? You haven't raised taxes, no?
In my 7 years on the board, we have voted to raise taxes one time.
Oh, that's it? One time?
And it has not been in this administration. There are times we had offsetting, we increased the operating levy, decreased the debt service. Net effect was zero tax increase to the
Oh, okay. But you raised taxes one time. Okay. All right. Trustee Belcher, you too?
Yeah.
You too?
Oh, you want my response?
Yeah, go ahead. I wanna hear
Sure.
it.
So this is where I'm confused at, because we just had a vote that you sat there and went through all this stuff. So, oh, they cutting this, they cutting this, they cutting that. Then the next one, you want us to raise the taxes. I'm so confused right now, because if we didn't make those cuts, then this tax would have to take place to fund your luxurious lifestyle
Okay,
right now.
okay, pause.
But
Define luxury.
you asked me to comment.
Go ahead.
I will not support a tax increase right now. That's why the budget, who y'all say whoever helped us, who didn't help us, or whatever, those items was cut for service. And it's funny how someone sits here and be like, oh, this maintenance that we should think about that. We have $42,000 worth of lease payments of new cars. They better not need no maintenance right now.
Right.
So it behooves me that you try to keep doing this back and forth, then keep with the inflation. Everybody knows it's inflation, but everybody knows that when inflation comes, there's a way of budgeting, cutting back on things, not sitting here and say, I'm going to still do what I want to do. I'm going to double it next month. Oh, taxpayers, give me y'all money.
I'm not supporting it. Are you finished with me? Are you done? I just want to make sure you're done so I don't interrupt you so you can hear me when I speak to you. Are you done, trustee? Okay. So, as I always state, you guys put on this show. Y'all talk about what y'all ain't done, how y'all been at board meetings, and, oh, we never raised your taxes. It's the mayor. It's the mayor. It's not the mayor. It's the board of trustees. The board of trustees are the ones that vote on the tax levy. How dare you get up here and say that I want to raise taxes? Because that's not true. I don't even have a vote when it comes to raising your property taxes. Every single year, you guys raise the property taxes here in the village of Dalton. Trustee House, Mr. Only voted one time. That's a lie. These are the lies that they tell. Like I keep telling y'all every single time, they lie about everything. And matter of fact, let me prove it. Let me show you. Let me show you. Play the tape. Please play the tape. Play the tape. In the back, play the tape. Just so you can see how these people right here lie. Y'all raised by 4.99%. And speaking of that, let me give you some more information before you play my tape, so you can see how people be lying. And I advise you to revisit your video you made, Trustee Belcher, because you want popularity. It's not gonna work. Stop lying. I never raised anything. Keep my name out your mouth, because Mayor Henry have not raised anything. But let me give you some things. 4.99%. Phoenix raised there. This for the year of 2023 to 2024 for those that don't understand how tax levies go. They can do it without going out to the public by 4.99%. Phoenix just did it. South Holland just did it. Lansing did it for 2.99%. Dixmoor did it for 4.99%. Calumet City did it for 4.99%. Thornton did it for 4.99%. Harvey did it for 5%. That's this year today. So this is what I'm telling you why people don't pay attention. Everybody raises it 4.99% no matter what. Don't let them sit here because they need something to campaign on. Oh, guys, it wasn't us. We didn't do it. All right, watch this. Play the tape.
Here, you understand what it used to be, what it turned out to be, and where we are today. So today, I'm going to take you down memory lane.
Yeah, and before she starts playing these videos of herself, let me just remind you of the cities that she mentioned. Calumet City, she mentioned South Holland, she mentioned Phoenix. She's mentioning cities that have amazing infrastructure. I mean, Phoenix has a light rail, buses, a whole lot of stuff, an actual football team and shit. You're talking about, cities that people actually want to go to and live in, not Dalton. Not Dalton. Dalton isn't giving people back anything for this supposed increase in taxes that didn't take. And you see, she tried it in Dalton too, raising the taxes. She just tried that in Thornton Township and they voted it down. Shout outs to them.
And explain to you all the nonsense that you see a couple people trying to keep up chaos in our village. First, I'm going to start with what tax levy is. Every year we must levy taxes for our village. When we levy taxes, we get money to run our day-to-day operation. That's our police, our fire, our public works. All of those departments are levied by our taxes. So if we do not levy taxes, we will not receive the money to do the day-to-day operation, which is public service. So they made a video and sent it to a lot of residents stating that here is trying to increase your property taxes. In no way, shape, or form have I ever advocated to increase property taxes. As you know, as a trustee myself, I've always tried to decrease taxes, or if it's warranted, yes, you have to levy for taxes. But in this case, if you don't know, now you will know today. Every community passes a tax levy of 4.99%, no matter what the public says, because that's the levy they can pass. If it's under 5%, you can pass it without going out to the public. When it goes above 5%, you must go to the public and let you guys know that. So if you go and you can FOIA anything I'm saying up here, you can FOIA any other towns, Harlan, Calumet City, Riverdale, Lansing, any town, and you'll see that they do the same thing. So that's what I will show you to them here back. So take you down memory lane by going to 2017. Keep that tape.
Trustee, I said he didn't never raise y'all taxes. Let's pay attention to this. Liars. It's what the trustees don't want you to know.
2017, we was at $6 million, right? For that in taxes. If you look and read on that page right here, they increase your property tax by 14%. This is what you don't know, residents, 14%. So if you read going a little further, and you'll see who voted to basically increase your property taxes. On here, you'll see.
Now, where are the original documents that state these things? Because Keith Freeman liked to play and fuck with the documents. So how can anybody trust these documents that are on the Jumbotron with no bills, no receipts, and no invoices or RFPs have come across that same Jumbotron? And you just seeing numbers on the screen, no. Oh yeah, we definitely watching this in 2 time. Cause we've already broken down this lie right before our eyes.
You don't see X trust me stubs going to take your property tax. But I wanted to give you the orders so you understand who voted for your tax. So when you're getting information, you will have facts to go by. They were going to 2018. They left $9 million. Now here, if you look, same thing, taxes, trustees raise your taxes by 14% again. Another point that was again, trustee house and trustee stubs. Of course, the rest of them as well. All of them, trustee higher that's on your board now, that's trying to do expense cycle to your ops. So for years, they've been raising your taxes 2018. Now let's move on. 2019, trying to do the same thing. But this time, this is when everybody voted for. So this is $10 million, 2019. Trustee Brown, not Brown, Stan Brown, trustee Tammy Brown voted for this. Trustee Holmes, trustee House, trustee Steves, everybody voted for this, but it stayed the same. On May 2020, same here. It stayed the exact same, 0%. It was for $10 million.
Increase. Yep. See, look at the number, 10 million, 3, 3, 4.
And then you go, you read to who voted for in alignment. Trustee Tammy Brown, trustee House, and then trustee Ed Steves. So now, I'm going to May of 2021. Tax levy for $10 million.
Yep.
Here it says again, 0%.
0% on surface,
But
right?
when you read it, people that voted for it, everybody voted for it.
Yep.
And that's what I wrote up there to raise your taxes, which is trustee Ed Steves, trustee Norwood, trustee Pelcher, trustee Tammy Brown, trustee House. Everybody voted to raise your taxes to 21.
Yep. You see how you got it? Go ahead, show it up here. Show it up here.
Go back check, and then when you have proof yourself, 2022, levy taxes for $11 million. It said again, on the surface, 0%. Again, I can tell you, taxes go up 4.99% every year. People that voted for it, trustee House, trustee Norwood, trustee Ed Steves. But guess what? Trustee Tammy Brown said no on this one time, because it was election time. This one y'all was voting for her trustee. Belcher voted president. Why she vote president? President voted majority. Either yes or you know, why you vote president? Should have just said yeah or nay like you do any other time. I want to point that out. This all the taxes up to date, 2022. Now the new tax levy that's being presented is the same concept. Same concept for $11 million. So it says 0% on the surface once again. And this one is the one that I'm saying we don't have a vote for yet, but you have to come to the board meeting. And if you have a difference of opinion, discussion for, then you come and you have a meeting. Because at the end of the day, we must provide services to our residents.
So we show you. How many times? Your taxes went up every single year. It's Lord, if you find it, you didn't do it, it's the there. Yeah, it's a lot.
Now here's what we also want to know. Who paid for the production of this video that she called My Video?
The trustees vote to raise taxes. As you can see, follow the money. Just because it says 0 on the surface don't make it true. You have to follow the money. The money just shows you every year went up, even though it says 0, right? But it still increased by 4.99%. And in other years, they did it by 14%. Right? But so who lying? And we just talked to them, they all just lied about it. But you go make videos lying to people about it's the mayor. No, it's the trustees. Own up to the seats you sit in. You vote on things such as a tax levy, as you see.
Follow the money.
That's all you have to do is follow the money. It's like
is they have been raising your property taxes for years.
that part.
You must follow the money. As you can see, is proof of the Board of Trustees raising your property taxes.
Now keep up. So that's the point that I want to point out to y'all, that people gonna lie. They gonna make up stuff on you. When they can't control you, when they can't beat you, they gotta try to delude the residents to make them think you're doing something other than helping them. And that's what I just proved to y'all today. Every single time they put bad stuff on my name, I come back with facts, paperwork, and show y'all the truth. You see people, liars, they lie to y'all right here on the spot. Like, no, we ain't do that. And then I also told you, you got to look at things just like how you go to for a contract. You know how they say, hey, make sure you read the fine print. Make sure you read the fine print, because we read everything on the surface. It says 0, but we didn't go down to that dollar amount. That dollar amount increased by.
Is this the same mayor that is making street deals without any contract? This the same person who's making street deals to get work done in the village without any contracts? This her right here, right? That's her. Hold on. Lord. This shit. She give you all you need, don't she?
300,000, 400,000. You follow the money. It's going to tell you the whole truth. As they say, women lie, men lie, numbers don't. It's in black and white. That part. So people can stop with all the spin cycles and all the mess. Miss me with that for this shit, please. When you talk, at least state facts. Everything I talk about, I have proof to back it up. Every single thing. So therefore, Tiffany, what you say, attorney? What we doing? I'm gonna move forward. She got something to say.
I have two comments, man.
Yeah, you got your rebuttal. We can fix your lie. It ain't gonna work. It ain't
No,
gonna help.
I really just want to know your official stance on this.
You ain't gotta know my official nothing. You a trustee.
Are you advocating
Hold on.
for an increase, or are you not?
I just answered all your questions. You a trustee. You must do your job. Do what your conscience tell you. Don't be trying to get me to say something other than what you
just
need to
asking
know.
if the mayor's
No,
in
and
favor
I'm
or not.
asking you, trustee, make a decision. You want to be the
I've already
boss?
made my decision.
It
I
come
made
with
the
cost. Be the boss. Go ahead. Boss up and make a decision on what you want to do.
made
You either for it or you not. Stop. Make a decision,
asking
right?
your
Y'all make
opinion, but
decisions when y'all have
you're-
secret squirrel meetings, right?
you're
Y'all make
concerned about
decisions
it.
when y'all cut all this
I made my
budget.
motion.
Y'all made all the decisions, right? So make a decision. Stop trying to sit here and throw it back my way. Own up to it. So I keep telling people, everybody want to be the boss, but scared to own up to what it is because the public see you for who you are, which is a liar. Y'all lie to the public. Stop it and point at me, and it's you the entire time. Okay, Tiff, what we doing?
So under the, in consideration of the mayor's veto, and since the veto was both to veto the estimate and the levy, because obviously when the veto was delivered, there was a bit of uncertainty as to what was approved at the December 5th meeting. So it'd be my recommendation to the board to amend this motion to make it an approval of an estimate of a levy. And then you approve
I'm
it.
sorry, Tiffany, Attorney Tiffany, you really got to stop smoking. Because, honey, ooh.
Estimate at this meeting, and then at the next board meeting, you guys approve the levy.
Okay, so my motion is to approve the estimate at the same rate on the operating levy as last year.
Second.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right. Please call the roll.
Aye.
Are you ready for that one, huh?
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown?
No.
Trustee Tammy Brown? Aye. Trustee House?
Aye.
Trustee Holmes?
No.
Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
All right.
Pass.
Thank you guys for coming out. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Second.
Is there a second? It's been a motion and second. Please call the roll.
Belcher? Trustee Norwood?
Aye.
Trustee
It's
Stan
said,
Brown?
but you know, you got people running your
Trustee
business
Tammy
like that.
Brown?
And you got
Trustee
no
House?
financial
Aye.
background. Say it.
Trustee Holmes? Trustee Belcher?
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 10:09 p.m.
All right. Thanks.
This meeting started at 6:55 p.m. 5 minutes to 7. It ended at 10:09 p.m. She had these people out until 10:10 at night and had the nerve to end the meeting talking about thank you for coming out like they came for her raggedy ass. Anyway, that's all I got. You better sing.
Bye, bestie.
I holler.